New Year is right at the doorstep, and everybody's talking about New Year resolutions and things and that. And we all know that maximum of the people who make New Year resolutions go to the dustbin after a few days. So the question is, are you one of them? Or you are ready to embrace a new way, a new approach, and become a new person as you step into the new year? So the question is yours. Now the thing is, how do you want your new year to be, 2024 to be? And what can you do, the things that are under your control, what can you do to enhance that and achieve the things that you really want? Hear me out. So the first and foremost important thing, especially if you have a pen and paper right now, it would be great. The first thing is, list down the things that you have learned this year. When I say learned, anything that comes to your mind, anything that you remember, that are the things which you need to declutter. That means which are the things you have learned that you no longer need in your life, that you no longer need in your day-to-day aspect as well. It could be, example, cutting off from the people that are not serving you in any way in a positive manner, or rather it's actually affecting you. Okay, maybe the toxic people, the negative people, etc. It could be the things, the habits that you always wanted to leave, but now it's time to completely purge it out, completely cut it off. It could be something like smoking, or maybe eating very late at night just because you are feeling like eating. You know it's a bad habit because you are eating right before you are going to sleep, and it is affecting your body in the long term, and you want to stop that, but you have not been able to do it. So like this, what are some of the things, whether small, big, personal, professional, does not matter, but what are some of the things you want to do that you need to discard in the next year? Now, once you have removed those things, the second thing is, what are some of the things you want to replace it with? Example, let's say if you do not have the network of quality people, the right kind of people in your life personally and professionally, you would want to network with the right kind of people. So maybe networking could be a big focus for your upcoming year. Like networking at the right time, at the right place, with the right kind of people, for professionally and personally, building long-term relationships, right? Inculcating good habits or rituals in your daily life, which enhances not just your body physically, but you as a person emotionally, psychologically, spiritually as well. Okay, something like this which you can replace it with. So the second point is, what are some of the things you can replace? Okay, the things that have gone out. Now coming to the most important part of it. You have made the list, you know what you want to achieve, this and that, etc. And these are not goals, mind you. These are not goals. These are certain things which you can call it like a process, because it is something which will help you achieve your goals or the things that you want to achieve, etc. Because I want to give a disclaimer over here. People set goals, very good. They start working on the things that they want to achieve the goals, but soon they give up. It is because they have not set the process right. It is because they give up on the process, and the process is not working for them. So here we are focusing on the process, and this is going to help you achieve whatever the goals you want to achieve. Because here you are focusing on certain thing which is perpetual, which is a long-term thing, and which is something you can even take the smallest of step and do it every single day, so that you don't have the burden, oh, I did not achieve this goal or something like that. So we are not talking about goals over here. We are talking about the process over here. Okay. And finally, the third most important thing, your implementation and consistency. Because if you do something for 7 days, and then you feel like, oh, I did a lot, let me take a break and I'll do it again. What happens? You're breaking the consistency and you give up. So here are some fun things that you can implement in order for you to hold accountable in the process, for you to be consistent as well. It is something called as reward or a punishment technique. what you can do based on what you are driven by, because every person is driven by something or the other different manner. So let's say you are driven by a reward. So let's say you figure out that I want to do this activity or this ritual for at least 40 days, 50 days, okay, for 3 months, etc. Or maybe let's take the smallest one, even 7 days, and I want to be consistent. So once you are doing that, you are going to celebrate that moment and you are rewarding yourself for being consistent. So this is a particular manner where you are telling and priming your brain, hey, you did a good job, you need to continue doing that. So maybe you can reward yourself by something that you love doing, maybe something like you can go and watch a movie, you can have that piece of pastry or something that you have not been doing and you want to do it. You can relish that, okay? So that becomes your reward. And then you prime your brain like this, that once you do this, once you fulfill your accountability, you get rewarded. So repeat the same thing, repeat the pattern, and you will again get rewarded. So this is how you trick your brain and you continue doing it. The second thing is, let's say if you are a person who is not driven by reward, who is driven more by a punishment sort of thing. It's not a punishment, but I can't find a different word. So what is it? It is something like, let's say you are focusing on completing an activity and you are not able to keep your focus on, you're not able to complete it, and you are getting distracted here and there. What you can do, I'll give you a very simple example. Let's say I want to write 2 pages of my book, or I want to read 5 pages of a book today. Every single day I want to read 5 pages of a book. Today, if I am not doing, or if I'm not reading that 5 pages of the book, I am not going to have my dinner. Until and unless I read those 5 pages, I will not have dinner. So in your mind, it's like, I love to have my dinner. There are amazing dishes that are made. I want to eat that dinner, but let me hold myself accountable and read the 5 pages. Once you're done, you have the dinner. So this is, in a way, you are attaching it with something that either you fear losing out or you love having it. Okay? So apply this technique in the smallest of things and in the simplest of things. Take one step at a time, because when you are fulfilling and achieving the small steps, you feel accomplished, and it helps you to achieve the bigger steps as well. So apply these 3 techniques and let me know how your new year begins. And I would love to hear some of your new year, themes or the processes that you would like to implement and have in this upcoming 2024. So the new year is the new you. So decide who you are going to be as a person, what kind of work internally you are focusing to have on yourself, and what kind of year you want to have. So because everything begins with your internal work. Hope this helps, and I will see you soon in the new year. So if you have anything that you would wish to share, drop in a comment or drop an email on the email ID given below. This is Somdutta Sarkar, and I am wishing you a very, very, very happy new year with fun, joy, laughter, peace, happiness, and lots and lots and lots of clarity, fulfillment, and growth in your life. Thank you so much, and I'll see you soon. Happy New Year.